Hey, this message is for all the importers, distributors, bartenders of US market, especially, pay attention to this call. I chat with St. Kilian, one of the finest distilleries from Germany. They have been making award-winning products, especially in beverage trade network competitions. I've seen them winning medals. Now, these people are looking for a partner in USA. So this is a great opportunity for you to partner with a real good supplier. So check it out and ask them for samples and pricing. I hope this will absolutely add profit and grow your bottom line.
Hello, my name is Andreas Gräser. I'm Director of Communication and Brand Development here for St. Kilian Distillers in Germany. St. Kilian is a German whiskey distillery, so we produce single malt whiskey. For this, we have designed our very own Scottish pot still. So we got our pot still from Scotland, and most of our ingredients, the peated version comes also from Scotland. So the peated barley comes from Scotland. The unpeated barley comes here directly from Germany. And we enriched our whole distillery with, of course, German technology, because if you think of beer, if you think of brewing, which is an essential part of making whiskey, of course, you think at a certain point of Germany. And we do have the best technologies here in the country for making beer. And as it's a big step of whiskey making, of course, we included that as well into our production process. And the result is award-winning whiskey.
I believe that there is a story which a potential distributor should know about a history. You have a wide range of products. You have an award for winning products, and you won, I think, best spirits as well in in London Spirits.
Yes.
So just take me a step back. In what benefits can a distributor or an importer can have in working with a large, well-educated company like you?
Well, for us, whiskey is passion. So the St. Kilian was founded 2012 in this very village. It's a small village near Frankfurt. We are 45 minutes outside of Frankfurt, and it's a small village, just 760 people living here. And there was a former cloth factory which went bankrupt. So the founder of St. Kilian, he bought the whole building, and together with David Hines from Coolies in Ireland, so he was responsible at the time for Connemara, for Kilbeggan. They set up a distillery here in this wonderful German countryside, and we will. So our single malt whiskey, everything we do is made by passion. So of course, no chill filtration, of course, no coloring. And what we do is also no finishing. So of course, a lot of whiskeys are finished. So you have a bourbon maturation and then you finish it in some sort of fortified wine or rum cask. So everything we do is full maturation. We blend casks together, we marry casks together. But the whiskey has remained in those casks for the whole time, because we believe that the impact on the flavor is much bigger. Of course, it's more cost expensive for us if we keep the whiskey for a very long time or for the whole maturation period in a very expensive cask. But we say, okay, we believe on the impact on the flavor, and therefore we will always stick with the full maturation.
Nice. What's the current landscape of distribution in US? Do you have an importer, and how many states you're available?
No, so far we do not have an importer in the US because we said, compared to the Scottish distillery, we're a rather small distillery. For Germany, the biggest, but for a Scottish distillery, we're more within the smaller Scottish single malt distilleries. And so we said, okay, let's focus on Germany, Austria, Switzerland first. So the German-speaking countries, because it's also a huge whiskey market. For us, it's very easy. People can come over, they can visit our distillery, they can have a connection with our distillery. And for us, it's easier to get access to the customer. It's easier to create fans. But now we have quite a huge stock, around 10,000 casks lying in our warehouses. And now we can move further. We can say, okay, what are interesting countries? Where can we go? US, of course, a very interesting country because it's a huge whiskey market, but the appreciation for good whiskey is there, and we know it. That's also why we participate in a lot of awards globally. We are not yet distributed globally, but we participate in the awards because we want to see how is our whiskey perceived in different countries, and how will people in other countries in other areas of the world, how will they perceive our whiskey?
Yeah, you did pretty good in Bartender Spirits Awards, especially some of the products where bartenders really loved it. So what's your pitch when you are walking into the bar? Which of your SKU is sort of your horse? Like which is the one which you really push and opens the door for you?
Well, it depends on the bar. What we have, and this one also won a gold medal, is of course our Judas Priest. It's together, we developed it together with the iconic heavy metal band Judas Priest. This one was the bottling for their 50th anniversary tour, so 50 heavy metal years. Of course, if you put this one on a shelf in a bar, people will recognize it. Judas Priest, huge fan base around the world. I mean, they are the icons of heavy metal. And so if you put this one in your shelf at the bar, this is of course an eye catcher. And it has a light smoky taste. It's made with beechwood smoke. So different to the Scottish counterparts, we used beechwood smoke for this expression here. And now we also launched a new one, which was not yet in the Bartender Spirits Awards because it's a new one, named after their most famous album, British Steel. So a second version of the Judas Priest. Those are especially for bartenders. If they put it on the shelf, people will definitely.
And you have that amazing bottle. I mean, I always know when I see 4,000 bottles, your bottle stands out. So sure, yeah, that's amazing.
This one,
beautiful.
yes.
Yeah.
This one is our main line. This is our main bottle. We're using for the St. Kilian brand, for the St. Kilian expressions. It's exactly shaped like our 4-size Scottish pot still. So we did send the construction plans of our pot still to the glass manufacturer and said we want a bottle that looks exactly like our pot still. And Beautiful. Here it is. And of course, this one also stands out. It's just This is now the 700 milliliter bottle. It stands out if you put it on a shelf in a bar because it's very wide, it's very massive, and it's just absolutely incredible, beautiful. Those are our this is our core range, our current core range, non-age statement. We have the peated version here and we have the unpeated version here, both matured in 70% ex-bourbon casks and 30% ex-sherry casks. As I said before, no finishing, all full maturation, and then we marry them together to create this wonderful whiskey, which also won the gold medal at the Bartender Spirits Awards.
Cool. One last one, Andres. Any elevator pitch or any support programs that you guys do, especially which can help importers and distributors sell?
Yes, of course. I just introduced the whiskey. What we also do is non-whiskey. We have a non-whiskey range, which is our liquors. We have, for example, we do have many more, but I just brought a few examples. This is our hazelnut liquor, 21 ABV. Absolutely soft, absolutely wonderful. And we do also have, I know this is quite famous in the US, a chili cinnamon liquor.
Nice.
With 33%. And all of our liquors are made with our new make spirit. So it's the same spirit that we put in the cask, which will mature to whiskey. So the alcohol we use also in our liquors is of the highest quality, and therefore the liquors are extremely well recognized also here in Germany and in the awards all over the world. And what we also do, you can see it just behind me. Mm-hmm. We will have small casks, 30-liter casks for private customers. So this is also very interesting for importers, for small shops, for businesses. We are flexible if someone wants to have a private bottling, if someone wants to have an own cask, if someone wants to have their own bottling. We are up for that. We do have, as I said, 10,000 casks, all maturing in former NATO warehouses, NATO bunkers. So the perfect environment, it's safe and it's close by.
Who's your ideal importer? If I had to ask you, what kind of importer size, which cities are you looking for? Especially, I'm talking about US, What, like, are you looking for New York focus, West Coast, Texas, and what size?
So for the cities, I think it's more the bigger cities, more maybe cities that are very well perceived on spirit from Germany, maybe cities that are open to try also new things, because German whiskey is not that famous at the moment. We're working on it, but it's not that famous at the moment. And for the importer, of course, what we love, or what we are looking for, is an importer where we can talk face to face, where we can just they tell their wishes to us, we tell them our wishes, and where we have a nice, close communication, an honest communication, because we are very happy to support our importer. We are very happy to realize things that are on the wish list of the importer. As I said before, we need a special cask for this customer, or we need a special cask for that customer. We are super open. We are super flexible when it comes to bottlings, or when it comes to a cask selection. And we are super fast. So once someone says he wants a cask from us,
you are Germans.
We can work on that very quickly. But the same we expect also from importer, of course, that we have a partner who we can talk directly to, and who is then also trying to push our brand in the US. So maybe more a mid-sized importer who's not having millions of brands under their belt and not knowing exactly what is the brand doing. So we want to have a close connection, because we do it with passion here. So we also expect passion on the other side, of course.